I didn't let my miracle baby niece be my flower girl at my wedding. My sister Emma had been trying to have kids for like 8 years. 8 freaking years of fertility treatments, miscarriages, the whole nightmare. When she finally had little Zoe last year, everyone called her the miracle baby. And honestly, she really was. So when I got engaged to my fiance Jake in February, Emma immediately started hinting about Zoe being our flower girl. The baby was only 6 months old at the time, but Emma kept saying stuff like, "Oh, she'll be walking by your wedding in October," and "Imagine how cute she'll look throwing petals." I just smiled and nodded because honestly, I wasn't even thinking about flower girls yet. But as the wedding got closer, Emma became obsessed with this idea. She'd send me videos of baby flower girls on Instagram, show me tiny white dresses she found online, the whole thing. Meanwhile, I'm over here stressed about catering and venues and wondering if we can even afford this wedding. Jake and I were paying for everything ourselves, since both our parents said they couldn't help much. Here's the thing nobody understood. Zoe wasn't walking yet, like, at all. She was barely sitting up on her own at 10 months old. The pediatrician said some babies just take longer and not to worry, but Emma was convinced she'd be toddling down that aisle by October. She kept saying babies develop so fast, and she'll surprise everyone. 2 weeks before the wedding, I gently brought up maybe having my friend's daughter Becca as the flower girl instead. Becca was 4, super well behaved, and had actually asked if she could be in our wedding, but Emma completely lost it. I'm talking full meltdown in the middle of Target while we were picking up last-minute decorations. "You're discriminating against my baby because she's not walking yet," she sobbed right there in the home goods aisle. This is supposed to be her moment to shine. She's been through so much already, which was insane because Zoe hadn't been through anything. Emma had been through stuff, sure, but the baby was perfectly healthy and happy. I tried explaining that I just wanted everything to go smoothly, and having a baby who couldn't walk meant Emma would have to carry her down the aisle, which would make her part of the ceremony too. Emma said that was fine. She'd wear a nice dress and walk with Zoe. But that's not what I wanted for my wedding. I wanted my sister sitting in the front row with my parents, not being part of the actual ceremony. The whole family got involved. My mom called me crying, saying I was being selfish, and that Emma deserved this after everything she'd been through. My dad texted me some long message about family being more important than perfect wedding photos. Even my grandmother, who usually stays out of drama, left me a voicemail saying I should reconsider. But here's what really bothered me. Nobody asked what I actually wanted for my own wedding. It was all about Emma's feelings and Emma's miracle baby, and what Emma thought would be cute. When I mentioned that Jake and I had talked about having a child-free ceremony anyway, Emma said that was heartless, and "You'll regret not having Zoe in your photos forever." The final straw came 1 week before the wedding. Emma showed up to the rehearsal dinner venue while Jake and I were doing our walkthrough with the coordinator. She had Zoe with her and started practicing walking down the aisle, holding the baby and throwing fake petals. The wedding coordinator looked at me confused because obviously I hadn't mentioned a baby flower girl who couldn't walk. "I thought we could just do a quick practice run," Emma said, completely ignoring the fact that I'd never actually agreed to any of this. Zoe started crying because she was tired, and Emma kept trying to make her hold these silk petals while walking down the aisle. It was chaos. That's when I finally put my foot down. I told Emma that Zoe wasn't going to be our flower girl, period. We were having Becca do it like I'd originally planned. Emma started crying again and said I was ruining her dreams and that Zoe would never forgive me when she grew up, which is ridiculous because Zoe is a baby who won't even remember any of this. Emma didn't talk to me for the rest of the week. She showed up to the wedding with this attitude like she was doing me some huge favor by even being there. During the ceremony, when little Becca walked down the aisle perfectly sprinkling rose petals and being adorable, Emma sat in the front row holding Zoe and looking miserable. But you know what? My wedding was exactly what Jake and I wanted. It was smooth, beautiful, and stress-free.